What up, Talkin Fight fans? Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the Knockout of the Week Award with yours truly, Mike Orr, my man Cedric Ben in the den. And today we have a special guest with us who's going to help us hand out this award today. Winner of 2 past Knockout of the Week Awards, and the only one that has done that so far, none other than Bruce Shoo Carrington. I told you to get him here. He's here.
That's
Welcome,
right.
champ.
Right.
Welcome, champ. So I don't know if you got to see these fights last night, but Zhang Zhilei, the big Chinese guy, man. We're gonna have to talk. We're definitely gonna have to talk about this one. He's gonna be our winner of this week's Knockout of the Week award. Cedric, man, let's break this one down, brother.
Yeah. Big this guy had in the heavyweight division. It's almost kind of have like some guys have a little bit of an unfair advantage because in the heavyweight division there's no weight classes, right? In for example in Shushu's weight class, you got to be on point on weight to right. when you're fighting your opponent. Some of these heavyweights, like in this right here, my man Zhang Zhilei, he had a 50-pound weight difference on his opponent. With that being said, he did have skill level. Like he's a former Olympian, so he does have skill. He's not just a big guy. But his opponent Alexander didn't have none to really didn't have much punch resistance when that big straight left from the southpaw landed on him and dropped him in that first round.
You mean put him to sleep in that first round?
Yeah.
Zhang Zhilei, if you guys don't know, man, he's a heavyweight out of China. He's ranked number 1 out of 4 in that division, 25 out of 1,252 in the world. This guy is 39 years old. Southpaw, 6'6", man, and 270-something pounds. This guy's a big cat, man. He's 24-0, 1 draw with 19 knockouts. If you don't know who this kid is, man, he's only fought on Chinese soil 4 times, and the rest of the fights have been in the United States. So everybody should know this kid, man. He shouldn't, be slept on, really, man. This guy's a big dude, and he's got lots of power in his hands. And honestly, man, he believes he's got at least another 5 years left in him, man. And he's 39 years old. So he said he's dished out more damage than he's taken, and he believes that he can still, compete at this level, man, in his 40s. So what do you think?
I didn't realize he was that old.
Pardon me?
I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah, no, he's an old guy. He got started late in the game, and he just, he says he hasn't taken a lot of damage. So he says that his body should be able to take him for another 5 years in this league, man. And with that big shot, man, holy crow.
Well, he probably has probably has a hard time finding, first of all, sparring partners or even opponents to fight, being that size, big, tall guy, almost 300 pounds, southpaw with good boxing skills. I guess Tyson Fury would be the only person that could come equal to that. But so that's why we probably haven't heard of him. But 39 years old. I guess that's the reason why he can go another 5 years, because he hasn't be kind of in the background. What's the biggest person you anyway, we'll get into that stuff after. But Zhang Zhilei, man.
Zhang Zhilei, as an amateur, he won the bronze medals at the 2007 and 2009 World Championships and a silver medal in the 2008 Olympics. All the super heavyweight division, man. In 2003, the Southpaw lost the first round of the World Championship to Polish fellow Southpaw Kelsey. At the 2004 World University Boxing Championship, he lost the final to Sadov. And in 2005 World Championship, he beat Elkperov before losing to the eventual winner, which was Solis. So, this guy, he's been in the ring with some big names, man, and, had a really highly decorated amateur career. And in these pro ranks, man, these paid ranks, man, he's really, untouchable at the moment. I don't see too many people that are going to be able to inflict a lot of damage on this guy. Sure, he doesn't move super fast, but he hits super hard, man. And after last night's shot, man, honestly, I keep watching that, and the way that Alexander walked into that shot, man, and just ate that straight left. You could see it in the beginning of the match. The few times that he did hit him, no matter what, even though he was blocking, he was still moving him, man, with those shots. And, got him stuck up in that corner and inflicted a bit of pain. And then, it ends with this huge left that put him, put Alexander sleeping before he was even on the ground. So
those guys definitely are like really dangerous. Like,
yeah,
it's either you're gonna go out one way or another. Either you're gonna crumble from him just pummeling you, or like you're gonna get caught with a shot that you just run into, and then that's how you got knocked out of the week.
That's it. Oh man, honestly, Shushu, you're our winner of our pod. We've given you two knockout of the week awards, man. Both your highlights, man. Both your highlights are like winner. Like they're the runner ups, man, for knockout of the year. To be honest.
Thank you.
Run us through that first one where you found out that you won our award. That knockout was brilliant, man.
Yeah. It was honestly something that we worked on in the gym. That combination of the hook, uppercut hook with the same hand. Like I was noticing that when I was in training camp, like I wanted to have more leverage into that shot. And then me and Coach K and me and Coach Al Mitchell, we all, they kind of helped me out in terms of like, my footing and just getting more power into my punches without straining and losing energy basically. So it was just all about just the leverage and proper physics. And once they taught me how to, I understood that, like it was easy to translate that into the fights. When I think it was the first round, I hurt Stephen Brown, and I was kind of trying to go for the knockout. Right. And once the round ended, Coach K, he pulled me to the side, like, listen, like, yo, like you can get this guy out of here, but just don't force it. Like, just let it come to you. I was like, okay. And then once I decided to do that, the shots just came about. The 1-2 flew him out, and outside the ropes, he slung back, and then I just set him up with the 1-2-3.
I got the highlight. I got the highlight on my laptop right now. Exactly what you're talking about right now. I got the highlight. I'm watching it right now, exactly as you're talking about it.
And then it was like a perfect setup, and everything just I promise you, I put no real strain and strength into it. It was just I just threw
technique.
That's what I was about to say. You can tell it wasn't like you weren't trying to just going in there throwing random punches. You just took your time, took your time in a smart way, and then threw those punches fluidly. You threw that cross, waited, knocked his head out the ropes, waited for him to come back, and then came and banged him out with that left uppercut, and then finished off with that hook after. So. Yeah, man. Calculated.
That was pretty, man. That was pretty. That was a pretty knockout, man.
It was definitely that I wanted to showcase because my first fight, I did okay. I felt like I did okay, but a lot of people was just still wondering about the knockout, like if I had that knockout power and stuff like that.
Because there's always the doubts. There's always the haters.
It was a good performance, my first fight, but and a lot of people, I got a lot of good remarks from people, but it was still like, okay, but does he have the power to knock guys out? Mm-hmm. So then the second fight was definitely, it raised some eyebrows. It was like, oh, okay, you caught my attention there. Now let's see
I did. Yeah, and honestly, there were a lot of knockouts that weekend too, man. Yours just was the sweet one, man.
Yeah, Nico, right before me, Ali Walsh, he got a nice knockout. Mm-hmm. Ali shuffling and got the guy out of it. 1, 2, 3. That right there, I was like, dang, like that was sweet.
Well, there was, man, but honestly, yours was just so technically sound and well placed, man. You couldn't help but give it to you, man. Honestly. Then what was it? A month or two later, you do it again. Yeah. Do it again. Run us through that knockout, man. Run us through that knockout.
Yeah, okay, so the whole game plan of the fight, to be honest, was to give the audience more of a, how can I say, just showcase more of my arsenal. Like I didn't want to get the guy out of there as fast as I did my second fight, but at the same time, it wasn't like I was trying to play with him, just let him last either. Like if I was to get him out of there, if he couldn't last, he couldn't last. So, the guy was actually, he was grit. He was ready. He was dead. He was fighting back. He was really trying. He showed a lot of tenacity in the fight. And, it pushed me to be able to stay sharp and mentally stay focused and like, okay, I like this. Like I really got into the fight. So it gave me a chance to showcase my talent and at that point, I just decided to I'm going to really break this guy down. And I believe it was round 4.
Round 5.
No. It was round 4 where I decided to invest in the body.
Okay.
Yeah. I decided to really invest in the body. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens when I do that. And I saw him start breaking him down and everything like that. Round 5, I was like, it's time to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Round 5, he started off pretty fast though. Like I know his corner was like, do something like, you're losing a fight. You got to do
Yeah.
something. And he came out swinging.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah, he did.
I always notice that when a guy is like that, like a lot of people, like they shell up and they kind of fold when the pressure is on them. Me, I kind of stay calm when I'm in that situation. So I was just picking off my shots here and there, hit him a couple shots to the body, a couple hard shots with the uppercut, and then that slowed him down. Then at that point, I knew it was over to where I could set up my counter shot. He threw his jab. Yeah. I slipped through my right hand in the hook, and it was over.
Overhand right and then left uppercut. He threw that just as fast as a 1-2.
Yeah. It was so funny. I was trying to actually throw the hook, but it was like, I don't know. It was like I couldn't really like get the hook
angle. It was on an angle between an uppercut and then the hook. It was on an angle at 45.
Yeah. No, it was brilliant, man. That was another great one. Well, which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite?
I ain't gonna lie to you. My second one was probably my favorite. It's just because of the fact that I had to like break him down to get him to that point. I had some rounds, and it was like, I showcased a lot of my skills in that fight. So I think it was, and also me performing in front of my hometown crowd. Yes. They went crazy.
Oh my God. Man, they must have turned the roof off.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was lit. I got a chance to fight the same arena now. I got to I'm fighting again 18th in Madison Square Garden. So I know for a fact that being that I did what I did the last fight and the fight before that, it's like people's gonna like, I can't miss this one. So right. I'm gonna showcase, I'm gonna showcase my talent and show out this next fight as well.
Excellent. You guys, you heard it here, man, on the Knockout of the Week show. Honestly, guys, stick around, man, because we're going to do a one-on-one interview right after this show with our man, Bruce Carrington, so we can find out his whole story. Bruce, thanks for coming today to join us for the Knockout of the Week, man. Our past winner, two past Knockout of the Weeks, man, helping us. Give it to Zhilei, our winner of this week's Knockout of the Week, man. That big left hand against Alexander Scott, huge shout out to that, man. And honestly, we'll try and get him on here if he speaks English.
Yeah, it's funny. That's funny. I watched. Was it the second one when you guys made the announcement that you guys wanted me there? Yeah. But I had noticed that, in the interview when I was watching it and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, let me hit these guys up in the comments and get their info.
That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. We love it. It's great. To all the fans that joined us today, man, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Knockout of the Week Award, man. We'll see you same time, same channel next week. New Knockout. You know what it is, man. Knuckle up, everybody.